Welcome to this deep dive. So, you're trying to keep those relationship sparks alive, huh? Even after, the kids come along.
It's a question every couple asks.
It is. And today, we are diving into some expert advice. And trust me, this goes way beyond that whole communication is key thing.
Yeah, we're going for actionable, you can use this right now kind of tips.
Exactly. Because let's be real, who's got time for vague relationship advice when you're like knee deep in diapers and bedtime stories?
You've got a good point.
So we found this article, and it really stressed this idea of like really clear, honest communication.
Makes sense.
I know, right? Sounds obvious. But let me tell you about this one date night total disaster. I ended up like full on tears over burnt takeout.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it was bad.
Takeout will do that.
And it turned out, like looking back, I had all this like resentment, weeks of it building up because I felt honestly like a single parent.
Oh, I think we've all been there. We have. That's why this whole just talk more advice,
Yeah.
it's not always enough. It's more about, actually scheduling time to check in with each other,
Yeah.
where you both feel heard and validated.
Oh, okay.
And you're not just talking about, emptying the diaper pail, but like actually connecting on an emotional level.
So it's like a relationship state of the union, but without the PowerPoint presentations.
Precisely. And during these check-ins,
Mm-hmm.
I feel statements. Those are your friends. So instead of saying, you never do the dishes,
Mm-hmm.
which, let's be honest, never goes well.
Never.
You could try something like, I feel overwhelmed when I'm always the one stuck doing them.
Subtle,
Yeah.
but like, wow, powerful.
Right.
Okay, so communication breakdowns, we've tackled that. But how do you even find the time and energy for each other?
Yeah.
The article talks about us time, but realistically, when even a shower alone feels like a luxury, how is that even possible?
It's all about getting creative. It really is. It doesn't have to be some big fancy dinner or a weekend trip to, like, I don't know, wine country. Think small, intentional moments. Maybe it's 15 minutes after the kids are asleep and you just, talk, no phones,
Like that.
or a shared hobby. Even if it's just 20 minutes of a board game, something you can do together.
So speaking of sharing, the article really dives into like the importance of sharing responsibility, with parenting, which honestly can be a huge struggle.
Oh, for sure. And this goes way beyond just like splitting chores down the middle.
It's more
It's about the mental load. All the stuff we do as parents to just keep the family running.
the invisible stuff.
Yes, like remembering permission slips for school, refilling the diaper bag, pediatrician appointments, the list goes on.
It's exhausting even just thinking about all that.
It really is. And when one person is always carrying that load, resentment builds. So it's key to talk about your expectations, what each of you are thinking, and figure out a division of labor that feels good for both of you.
Okay, now for the tip that I think deserves a standing ovation.
What's that?
Cultivating patience.
Ah, yeah.
Because sleep deprivation is real. And tiny humans who refuse to nap, it's like they push you to the edge.
It definitely tests your limits. But that's why this tip is so important. It's about remembering to give grace to your partner and to yourself.
Oh, that's a good point.
This time, this crazy sleep-deprived, figuring it out as we go time, it's temporary. You're both on the same team, remember that, navigating uncharted waters together.
What about when you feel like you're just in over your heads? One article talked about like not being afraid to call for backup.
Yes, sometimes you just need that outside perspective,
Right.
like a therapist, a trusted friend, or even a family member.
Someone who's not in the trenches with you.
Exactly. They can offer a listening ear, no judgment, and help you come up with strategies to move forward.
So whether you're knee deep in those bedtime battles right now or you're just, thinking about the future.
It's about being prepared.
Yes. Keeping that relationship spark alive, it takes effort, but it's so worth it.
You're investing in your happiness, individually and as a couple. And remember, you are not alone in this.
What resonated most with you from this deep dive? Let us know. We'd love to hear your thoughts. And hey, maybe next time you can share your secrets for keeping the love alive.